Gliding has always been a sport that has intrigued me, and I've always looked up at the sky and seen them and thought they look so cool, and I'd love to try them. Although the aviation industry isn't without its incidents. However, I feel that's all doom and gloom, and let's do it. One of the things that has always intrigued me ever since I was a little boy was the power of flight. I would always just look up into the sky and see these planes flying above and be like, I want to be up there. I want to see what they're seeing. And I never quite got the chance to fully see that and experience that. Obviously, when you go up in a big airliner, you can look out the window, but you're restricted to these little portholes, and that's about it. But I've always wanted to see more. I've always wanted that more personal experience with flight. So yesterday I went gliding for the first time, and here's that story. Good morning. Today I am going gliding, and it's my first time and I can't wait. I've never been before, and this is something I've always wanted to do. So I'm heading to the SU now to meet up with the people who are going, and then we're gonna head down to the Yorkshire Gliding Club. So this should be really exciting. So I booked myself a trip with the Durham University Gliding Society. We went down, and the day wasn't looking great. In terms of gliding, it was very hit or miss whether anyone was going to go up, and we got there around just before 9 o'clock in the morning, and they sent off the first glider about 11 just to test the conditions to see if anyone would have been able to go up. So this was the first glider coming back into land, and luckily it made it perfectly safe, which meant we had the all clear to go, although if conditions changed at any point, it would mean the gliders would go back in the hangar and we wouldn't be able to go out. I'd written my name down quite far down the gliding list, so I was very skeptical about whether I was actually going to be able to get up in the air. But eventually my time came and I was briefed. I put my parachute on and I jumped into the cockpit of the plane, and we got hooked up, and then I got catapulted by the winch into the sky, which was one hell of an experience. You got the G-force batting down on you, and you just see everything get slowly smaller and smaller and smaller, but then to a point where you stop and you kind of level out on the plane, and that is the moment where you've got no engine and you're up and you're basically relying on the wind to control you, which is one scary feeling. But pretty much like straight away, all of those fears like disappeared, and you just saw like the beauty. And we had the North Yorkshire moors literally right beside us, so you could see these like massive, like this national park like from the sky, which was one like incredible experience, which is just crazy. And I got shown around in the glider by my instructor, and then finally he said, "It's your turn," and I got handed the stick and the controls. This is by far the scariest part of the whole thing, knowing that you have this aircraft in your control and there's no engine or backup if you do something wrong. I felt like there was a lot of responsibility in my hands at that moment in time. But I took hold of the stick and started gliding, which is one crazy experience. And my instructor was like, "Have you done this before?" And I was like, "No." So I'm guessing that was a good sign. But yeah, I got to go gliding and it was incredible. And I'm so grateful that I got the opportunity, and I can't wait at the possibility that I could potentially go again. And then we finally came in for a safe landing down onto the airfield, and that was just a crazy, crazy experience, and I loved every single second of it. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it if you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.